Hello! Today's lesson is going to be talking about hips and lower body action in the golf swing. So I want to talk a little bit about this because there seems to be some confusion as to how the hips and lower body in particular work in the golf swing. So starting out, as we get into the address position, you'll notice that the hips are nice and centered between the feet. We don't want them lopsided either way. So centered between the feet with the weight 50-50 on our feet. As we move into the backswing, the weight begins to shift back into the right side. So a couple of things of note here. We maintain a little bit of flex in that right knee, and the weight moves to centered to slightly inside that rear foot. What we don't want to see there is the right knee straightening or the weight rolling to the outside of the right foot. So as we begin to rotate, we see a little bit of rotation in those hips as that weight moves back into that right side. Now, as we move into the downswing, into the through swing, again specifically looking at the lower body, the weight begins to move back to the left foot. Now, I want to spend a little time on this. It's a combination of a bump and a rotation of the hips. And here's where we start to see some common problems manifest themselves. If we have all bump and no rotate, the body under rotates through the shot, and we begin to flick, we're forced to break down and flick the hands or to chicken wing. If you'll notice, I did an earlier video on the chicken wing. A lot of that happens when we get insufficient rotation of those hips. So there must be a rotation component to the hip action. So that's in addition to the bump. Now, if we have all rotation and no bumping to the left, what can begin to happen is we get a little bit of this look. Now, a lot of you will recognize it almost looks like that weight's gone back to that right side, and that's no good either. We get a little bit sort of where we're hitting it back from our back foot, and we can run into a different set of problems with that. So remember, it's a combination of a bump and a rotate is the way that we correctly utilize that lower body in that swing. That gets that weight over to that lead leg, allows that right foot to gently come up off the ground as we get the combination of bump and rotate. So just remember those two elements in the through swing with the hip action should keep you in good shape with that lower body action in the swing. Thanks, have a great day.